Hello, everyone. 1 second. Hey, Laurel.
Hi,
Hey, hey, love.
how are you? Let me get myself together. You know what I love
Yes,
about going
everyone.
on IG is that we can literally look however we want.
Right? Come on, filters.
Right. And pick one that's not too deceiving. No, just ooh,
Ooh.
look at that. Yeah. But
I
you
love it.
you don't even need a filter. What's going on? You got all glammed up. You are just so gorgeous. What is happening?
I was like, let me get out of my moo gown and let me put something cute on.
I love it. Oh my God. How it's setting the bar. Jeez.
Yes. How's your Saturday?
It's good. It's good. It's really low key. I'm just so excited. I've been like on this high since this campaign has started because you guys are just so inspiring. It's crazy.
You
Like,
guys are so inspiring to me. Like, this is a dream.
oh my God.
Literally.
Stop. Okay. So let's give them a couple of minutes. I know there's a lot of people, that are like, where are they going live from her account, my account? But what I like to do with these, especially because they're just 30 minutes, right, is intro. So like, who are you? Who am I? Because there's going to be a mix of audiences on here. And then I've got some like rapid fire questions for you all about branding and design. Okay.
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
Yeah.
Laurel, like, I'll pop in on lives like every now and then. It's really rare. I'm excited to share more about like my business model. But I have a very internal business model. So when it comes to social media, I started out, way back in the day on social media.
Yeah.
So with like Tanya of My Fab Finance, like we are all starting out together. Then it kind of shifted. So I'm excited because I see you killing it. Your ads pop up like all over my screens. And I'm like, get it. Like, this is the new wave. This is a new way of doing business. And you're creating the life of your dreams. So
Oh
I
my
see
God.
everybody hopping on.
Thank you. I'm just, yeah, it's crazy to see like even where I was a couple of years ago too, as far as, I've always done the same thing. Can you hear me okay? Or is there like an echo?
I can hear you good.
Oh, okay. Like a couple of years ago, well, when I first got started and I came from corporate, right? I was doing the same thing. That's the crazy part. I've never stopped doing, or I've never like pivoted so much. I've always done this. It was just that I've brought it to social media and I'm still getting started, but it's amazing the impact that the same thing that I was doing before in a cubicle can have when you just change the format. So
Yeah.
I feel as if the only difference was I was working for a brand and now I've been slowly creating my own brand. So I think this conversation is going to be so like so personal for me,
Yeah, for
just
sure.
how important that is considering you work with big Fortune 500 companies and then like you're also a brand yourself. So I'm excited.
I'm excited too. They're saying that there's a small echo for you, Laurel.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Hold on one second. I don't see any comments. So
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. Are there any comments?
Yeah, there's comments.
So I think I'm frozen on my side because I see no viewers and I see no comments. So
Oh, you're probably frozen. Yeah.
I'm gonna hang out on my side and then join right back in.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so just hang out, you guys. Laurel is a beast, okay? Like a whole beast. We always talk about like, I want to hang out with the heavy hitters. I want to hang out with the, well, boom, we're here, you guys. So how's everyone's Saturday? We are here. It is Saturday. I mean, I know it's like self-care Saturday, self-care Sunday, but who wouldn't mind a couple of gems, in their briefcase? So let me add Laurel back in. I'm so excited to be here. She's full of gems.
There we go. Okay, that was really strange. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, she bounced back off. Okay, one more time, you guys. Hello, everyone. I should have just called this like the Heavy Hitter Live because all the women on this campaign, Brittany, um, Co, Jasmine, there's so many women. Like I can't. It's just so exciting. And my prayer for this year, you guys, let me tell you while we're waiting for Laurel to get back on, my prayer for this year was to meet women with hearts like mine who had a mindset of anything is possible, right? Like I've always been really, really serious about sisterhood. Sisterhood has been something very dear to my heart, but I've compromised in so many different ways on sisterhood over the last years, just of things that I've learned or how I see my mom kind of, interact in her relationships. So Laurel is unable to join. 1 second. We are going to try this one more time. So yeah, like you guys, I feel like I'm living a dream. These women I admire. They speak the same language, and we're here to impact lives. Laurel is back.
I'm
baby.
back. Oh my God. So thank you guys for being patient. It literally said nobody was on and I didn't see any comments. So I'm back. Thank you guys, and thank you, Megan. I'm so sorry. It was
No, you're good.
acting weird. But I was
You're totally
listening to you. I was like, oh, heavy hitters, yes.
You're totally good. Yes, I'm super excited about this though.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Laurel, like I remember coming across your name, your face, your brand on an ad. Like
Really?
it was solely just an ad. And I opted in to the ad. I attended one of your webinars, and excuse my language, you guys, I was like, oh my gosh, she knows her shit. And so do I. Like, I want to be connected to her. And what I was saying, Laurel, before you got on, my prayer for this year was I wanted to meet women with hearts like mine, and also women who had a mindset of anything is possible.
Yeah.
Like, that was my prayer, and
wow.
it happened.
Wow. Oh my God, I'm getting chills.
Yes.
That's amazing. And the fact that, you've always just been so magical to me, but this lineup, this crew, I feel so like blessed. Everyone is so happy to be a part of this campaign, and we're all learning from each other. That's the amazing part too. So
yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally like iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Exactly. So amazing. So now that I see that there are people on, lots of people, and a lot of comments, I'm excited, guys, because I think it's time that we can give a quick little intro, who you are. Obviously, we're on your page, so many of the people already know, but it's always good to give a little, refresher. And then I'll give my quick 2 seconds, and then we can get in, because I got questions for you, girl.
Yes, I'm so ready. Okay, I'll let you take the lead. My community, I'm sure they're always open to meeting new women, and I'm just excited for them to know you.
Yeah, amazing. Oh my God, you guys said found Laurel through another thing.
Yes.
So let's do this. Everybody, I know you're on her page, but there may be people from mine. So why don't you give a quick, who are you, Megan? What's your background? What's your specialty?
Yeah, so hey everybody, I'm Megan. Those of you who are just hopping on, I'm a women's entrepreneurial activist. I know you guys are like, what the hell is that? Like, what? It's long. Honestly, I wanted to define something that didn't exist. When it comes to branding, I was like, okay, I'm going to do this branding thing a lot different from what people see. I think that when it comes to branding, a lot of people are variations of what already exists. So I got on Google and I said, okay, women's entrepreneurial activist, does anything come up? Nothing came up. So I was like, I'm that.
Boom.
Yep, I'm taking that. So day to day, I run a multi-six-figure branding agency. I oversee companies and major retailers such as Target, Walmart, Ulta, you name it. I have a deadline on Monday, which is really, really intense. So a lot of people ask me, hey, why do you jump off social media, and then you hop back on, then you do these influencer campaigns? And that's the power of a personal brand. That is the power of, being an Oprah, being, God rest his soul, but a Steve Jobs. When you have a personal brand, you don't have to be on consistently. You can drop that one thing, make bank, and then go live your life.
Right.
So I want to share more about how I built my brand, how I built my companies, and how you guys can too.
Yes. Oh my God, this is amazing. And I'm learning so much more about you every time we speak.
I know.
I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm like selfishly excited to learn a piece of every one of these days. So I need to make sure I get my pen and pad ready because I know you're about to give me some gems too. So well, hey guys who don't know me, my name is Laurel Lane. I'm now the founder of the Social Sales Lab, which is it's an online program that teaches CEOs and entrepreneurs how to grow sales using this Facebook and Instagram, but the advertising side. So I'm really excited to be here. Formerly, I was a corporate dropout, or I am a corporate dropout. I worked for television networks my whole career in New York City. Anybody here from Manhattan? What up? Orlando, Miami. I worked from Los Angeles, all these places, working with big companies just like Meagan. So it's funny to hear like just our alignment, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just decided I was tired of being unfulfilled and I wanted to be home with my babies. And so here we are. I've founded this so that I can really just reach more people and connect with more people. So I'm excited to be here, and you guys feel free to, you know, follow me or use me as a resource for any advertising questions you might have.
I love it. I love it. Oh, such a boss, Laurel. Like I can't wait to be in your program. Like because I'm definitely opting into the program. I'm like, let me clear off all of my clients off of my plate by the end of the year so I can really zone in on this program. So I love it.
Amazing. Is there still an echo, guys? If so, I apologize. I don't know where it's coming from and I don't want to disconnect anymore. So let's get to it. I've got some questions for you. Again, selfishly, they may be a little for me, but mostly for everyone on here and beyond. We want to know everything about branding. We want to know, what does that mean to be a personal brand? So let's start off there and then I'll hit you with some other ones.
No, that's so let's kind of start at social media, because we are the generation that has hit social media and we've made a lot of things happen just from social media. Many of us have left our corporate careers. We've left. We went against the grain of our baby booming parents, and they looked at us like we were crazy, but we did it and we're here, right? So when it comes to branding, I feel like it came off on social media. Like, branding is your graphics. Branding is, you know, how you present things. And that's just a piece of it. That's just a very small piece of the pie of what branding is. So what I want everyone to think about of branding is your legacy. Okay? Branding is not, oh, I'm going to put this cute flyer up and I'm going to have all these people opt in. Branding is the overall vision for your life and the impact that you want to leave. Now, when it comes to topping it off with those beautiful graphics, those, you know, those enhanced marketing campaigns that Laurel have, that's a portion and the piece of the pie that I'm talking about. And yes, it's just as important. And so, Laurel, like, when it comes to branding, I want us to think about it as if it's our life. Okay. Branding is your life. It's your legacy. It's what people are going to say about you when you're not in the room. Okay. So something that I've been very keen on, and this is something that I learned over the years, this is not something that I started out the gate with, is your personal brand. That is creme de la creme. Your personal brand comes before any business. Your personal brand comes before any product. Your personal brand comes before any signature service. Okay. I get to see so many businesses launch and, you know, these amazing entrepreneurs, but then I see, okay, their identities are surrounded by this business, by this brand, by this signature offering. Yeah, so I want us to change that outlook on branding, because here's what happens, Laurel. Every business has a lifespan. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you're product based. I don't care if you're service based. It has a lifespan.
Yes.
Right. And if we get even deeper into that, your purpose journey has chapters. Okay.
Whoa. Stop. Hold on. I'm sorry. And I don't mean, I just mean like slow down. I can't
Yeah.
digest all of this. I don't know about you guys. Today I'm a little like sensitive. So I need to really digest piece. I'm still on the legacy part. Then the program part, like whatever, or like the offer, whatever your offer is, you're saying, do not let that lead your brand. Is that essentially what it is? You have to lead whatever offers you're having, not the other way around.
Yeah, for sure. And you know,
Okay.
I'm not here to toot my own horn, but I am here to use myself as an example.
Yeah.
But people say, you know, Meagan, whatever you launch is successful because I put the personal brand ahead of everything else.
Wow.
Right? When you see me, you see my values, you see my brand pillars, the things that I care about.
Yeah.
You know, for me, it comes to women's empowerment, generational wealth, you know, creating these small businesses as they operate like Fortune 500 companies, right?
Yes.
Then you see the service.
Yep.
Then you're like, oh, she does product branding. She does personal branding. Like what?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Or you see, you know, I was the founder of Detroit's first and only co-working space.
Girl,
right? Like
that's a whole Pinterest board in itself. Okay. Before I even knew who you were, I was like, yes, and yes. Then when we met, I was like, wait. And not to like interrupt, but I want to like drive deeper into this impact, because what people are hearing now is still probably trying to digest, right? So when you do what Meagan is saying to do, everything else is easy. It's over with. I didn't even know what Meagan offered. All I knew was who Meagan was, and I was like, I want to buy it. Whatever you're selling, I want to buy it.
Yep.
She's like, well, okay, because no, it's you. Like, I don't care what you roll out, I'm buying it. And I think that that's what a lot of people, what happens to a lot of folks when they lead the other way around, right? Then they're struggling to make sales because they're trying to prove themselves and their brand and who they are and their value, because all they've been doing is pushing this offer, but no one knows probably the why. Like, who are you? Why should I really buy this? Why you, anyone else?
Yes, no, Laurel, you're spot on. And then what happens when God is like, okay, it's time for me to give you the next assignment in your purpose journey. That is over with. But you're like, but I've just defined my identity by this one service. You know,
ooh, yes.
I defined myself that I'm a copywriter. No, you're
yes.
You know, a visual storyteller. You're you know, you're not just a copywriter.
Yes.
Right. So
wow.
Here, I am here to change the game. A lot of people are like, oh, you're harsh. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. My position is to make people move. My position is for you to see the bigger picture that, hey, the business is not the corporation. You're the corporation.
Yeah.
And start treating yourself like that.
Wow. Okay. Guys, this was just my first question. Like, I can't even right now. Oh my God. Okay. So I'm trying to remain the host and mentally take notes and be like, okay, here's what I got to do. But you know, it's true. We are all so multifaceted that we don't even realize that sometimes, well, from my perspective, what we put out, you know, like I'm now known or whatever, Facebook ads, where before, just a couple of years ago, I was known as the television executive. It's so insane. People were like, Facebook ads, you know Facebook ads? And it was like, yeah, whatever. But I didn't brand myself before. And now even my branding needs help. You know, I'm always telling girl, I need help. But it's like, you know, I'm becoming like this vision, but even so, it's over a specific topic. What happens when the lifespan continues? So I want to just like dive into the juices, right? So next step, when it comes to, okay, we're leading with our value. What happens if we've already made the mistake? What can we do to fix that?
I don't think it's ever too late to restart, rebrand. I would say that like I've went through multiple rebrands, Laurel, and you know, where you are, it's like, oh my gosh, you have this iconic program, but it's like less of you being a small business entrepreneur, and now you're a visionary. Now it's like, okay, she's the Steve Jobs of Facebook ads. You know, at this stage in the game. No, I'm so serious, right? And so, but what has come from that, Laurel, is you have a philosophy of your own. Your philosophy is really not like anyone else's. And earlier I said that I feel like a lot of people launch in their variations of what already exists.
Mm.
When I hopped onto your live, I was like, oh, she's speaking a different language that I've never even heard. This is trailblazer talk. And
Okay.
so people are like, okay, I want the millions. I want the six-figure months. What's your philosophy around your business?
Yeah.
Right? Like, what are you talking about that's different from, you know, what everybody else is talking about? People are like, okay, how do I create, you know, how do I get luxury clientele? How do I work with, you know, the Targets and the Ulta? Hey, I was an innovator in my industry.
Yeah.
I was doing social media templates before they even exist. Then Cream of Nature jumped on board. Then Pantene jumped on board, right? They started duplicating what I was doing.
Wow.
As this 25-year-old entrepreneur. So my question is for you all, how can you pull out your philosophy? How can you turn your expertise into something that doesn't exist?
Do y'all hear that? Do we need her to run that back? Amazing. I mean, and that's really good to know because sometimes we get really down on ourselves as business owners because we're playing so many roles, we're wearing so many hats, and then we're like, damn, we're branding, I got to work on that. When really it should be the other way. Like, we need to focus on that, and then whatever we put on the table is like there for the taking. So
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So we got work to do, y'all. We are innovative, and I think also it's a good thing to point out that a lot of us really are innovative, but we sit on our ideas, and that just makes me cringe. It's so sad to see, like, you know, like from the Bronx Tale, I always say, you know, my favorite quote, like, there's nothing worse than wasted talent, something along those lines, right? I have it written down, but it's so funny because so many of us have these amazing ideas, but we don't put it out because we're afraid. What would have happened if the Meagan 5 years ago, or, you know, did not put out those ideas because you were afraid? Like, that innovation has not only transformed your life, but has allowed you to create this brand. So I think also that fear has like a lot to do with it. I don't know if you have any words of advice for someone who is scared to become a brand or to brand themselves, but if so, we would love to hear that.
So, you know, I've been scared at many phases of my career. I think what sets the greats apart from the average is that we get comfortable in that fear, and we get comfortable with leaping, whether or not we know what's on the other side. There's been many of times, you know, me launching Detroit's first co-working space, people weren't on that. People weren't even thinking about female-focused co-working.
Yeah.
I was 25 years old when God put the idea in my spirit, and it was very ambitious. It was very like, I didn't have any money. I think I had $20,000 in the bank, but to have an idea like that and to leap on it, but that was the game changer in my entire career, because I was like, if I can do something as scary as this, I can do anything else. And it changed the landscape of how I play. So, you know, when I'm launching services, or I'm launching something new, or I'm walking in meetings with billionaires, I'm like, I've done the impossible already. So what makes this different? I'm just playing on a different level. You know, so yeah, Laurel, like, I'm sure your career in corporate has allowed you to make these leaps and these plays in the entrepreneurial space. You know, I mean, at this stage, you're one of the greats. I feel like, you know, I feel like when we talk about online-based business owners and those who are changing the game and impacting, your name comes right up.
Oh my God, stop it. Listen, you want to know something? Like, people don't even know like who I really am. I wish he could come in here. He's so like private, but my hubby, he's always told me, why are you trying to start this brand from scratch? And not to make it like this, but just as an example, I want everyone to take this as an example, because I've always tried to hide in the shell and be this like private person. I don't want a brand. I don't want to be in front of, you know, but he's like, your resume, your like executive position that you held, you were in rooms with Fortune 500 companies, CEOs, you were pitching them and picking up checks and taking them to dinner, and you were just like having this and they would call up the network and ask for me to be their rep, their account, you know, manager, and it's just like all this stuff was just my day-to-day. But he's like, now that you've gone like on your own, why are you trying to start from scratch? You are the shit. It's you
Yes.
need to pack up your Rolodex and bring it with you and keep going. And I'm like, no, but no one knows me here. Like, I don't want to be known as that. He's like, it's too late, baby. Like, that's you. You need to
Oh my
keep it
goodness.
going. So sometimes we get all caught up, I feel like, and I'm guilty of this, obviously, but like, you know, who do I want to be? But we already are this. And so I think it's just about bringing that to life and putting it on the forefront, because now, you know, I don't have, you know, my cubicle where I'm picking up phone calls and calling really high level execs and saying, hey, what's up? Let's grab dinner. And then I'm, you know, collecting this like $1 million check at the end of the night. Like, no, now it's online social media. I'm the new girl on the block. So to hear you say things like that, it's really weird to me, because I'm like, who am I? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Everything.
I'm just trying to help people. I'm just trying to show people that these ads work.
Yes.
Them on to any amazing, like, just incredible people like you and all the other 11 ladies. But people don't, a lot of people still don't know about my background. And I don't think it's important, but I guess it is.
It's and you know what, like your husband, like him empowering you to like, hey, like you are the shit, like.
Damn.
And I think that, you know, women who are ambitious and on their A game, we get branded like we think that we're the shit, right? Like, but it's like, no, we have to know.
Yeah.
Like, we have to
Yeah.
know. I was in a meeting this week with the Illich family. If any of you don't know the Illich family, the Illich family founded Little Caesars. Little Caesars, you know,
Wow.
boom. So I'm in the meeting with one of the heirs, and I serve on a board alongside with her. Everyone's twice my age. I'm a 30-year-old Black woman. Everyone's 60 years, you know, 60 years up and up. And here I am. And everyone goes down the line and they say, provide your feedback on how we should implement changes in the brand. And at that moment, it was like sink or swim, Megan.
Yeah.
Sink or swim. You either think that you are supposed to be here, you're supposed to be in this room, or you think that, hey, I'm not worthy. Other people think that I think that I'm this, or you know that you're this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's, you know, I see so many people say like, oh, I want to hang out with so-and-so, or I want to hang out with so-and-so. It's less about them and it's more about your mindset. I feel like, Laurel, we were connected at such a purposeful time because we're on this same wavelength and the same mindset of, hey, like we're in it. We know our purpose. You know, we don't compete. The thing about this campaign, some of the most amazing women, I feel no energy of competition.
Not at
all.
Not
1 ounce.
Not at all. Isn't that amazing? Like, I just feel so happy to have been blessed to have you guys say yes, because the energy is so beautiful. Like, I need to host a whole nother live. I wish we could put everybody up on here.
I wish it could be a bunch of squares like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah. Because everyone's so supportive and so, you know, just legit authentic about being here and the purpose of helping so many people. So I'm excited. And they're going to see that through everyone's day. You know, I don't want to take away from you. I know that we're going a little bit over time, but I need this. I need more of this. So I just want to ask if you have like 5 to 10 more minutes max.
I got time today. I came here. I put on the red lip.
Yes.
From the moo to the red lip.
Do you guys have like 5 or 10 more minutes? Because this is just deep. Like, this is a lot deeper than I anticipated, which I should have not ever underestimated a conversation with you, because every time we talk, I just feel like there's like stars and like snowflakes falling and there's like magic happening. Your soul is just so, I don't know. It's something. It's something.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Ooh, she said, let's do Zoom. That's hilarious. Oh, no. We'll keep it here. She said, I need the exclusive link. So, okay, guys, I don't even, like, I have so many more questions, but I don't want to, you know, pick your brain too much live on here, because Megan's got, not only do we have a giveaway at the end of this, y'all, so stay tuned, but we have an amazing offer from Megan that I'm like, why? She's like, because it's the Christmas campaign. It's for our audiences. Like, that's why. So we'll get to that in a minute, but just like 2 more questions, okay?
Yes.
So, all right. So when it comes to branding, someone who's small, someone who's maybe starting over like I did, or who thinks they're starting over, right? What advice or like one tip would you have for someone to say, I need to start a brand, I don't even know where to begin? Do I just post on social media? Do I come out with an email campaign and say, hey y'all, this is the new me? Is it a launch situation, or is it just something that we need to just, you know, start to implement into everything? I don't know if that is clear, but like, what are the first steps?
Okay, so I want to bring up a client of mine as an example. I've been with them since I was 25 years old. I'm 30 now. They've been a client for the last 5 years. I oversee a portfolio of about 10 different brands. So I've watched her go from a couple $100,000 a year to a net worth of over $50 million in 5 years from the work that I've implemented. Okay.
Wow.
So when it comes to branding, it is it is the single most important thing.
Okay.
I'm pitching to Target on Monday for her. A part of what I do is I not only brand, but I product develop. Okay. So product development is a core. Okay. So if we talk about product development for a product, that is, you know, 3D renderings, that is how your product works, why it works. If we talk about service development for a personal brand, that is all your offerings within who you are. Okay. So when it comes to determine, you know, if you're product based, which this should be very clear, if you're product based and if you are, you know, service based as a personal brand. Okay. For me, you guys, I told you guys, I'm a personal brand, right? I can set myself apart from my company, and I can live and I can be who I am without that. I could sell my company and it'd be good. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think it's important for us to start setting our businesses up so that they can live and exist without us. People don't know this, but I have a team of 5.
Wait,
okay?
what?
I have a whole entire team of 5 that works on the back end. People don't see that. They're like, oh, you're an influencer. You post cute pictures with your family. And I'm like, I do that for a cool $9,000 check for one post, right? Like, but when it comes to how we operate our businesses, start treating your business like a Fortune 500 and put your branding at the forefront. Now, Laurel, when it comes to branding and being small, you don't have to be small when it comes to branding.
Okay.
You know, your branding can be on the same level as someone in Target, right? It's just your mindset and what you're willing to sacrifice in order to get there. I wanted to bring this up today, Laurel. I was like, I got to bring this up. I just bought my first Louis bag 2 weeks ago.
You know, I saw that post and I was like, girl, she tripped. You're right. Like, but then I'm thinking like, wow, we're way more alike than we thought. Than I thought, because I totally felt that on another level. I was like, you know what? People they want to see all this stuff, but when you don't care that it's for other people and it's for you, shit looks different. You know what I mean?
Look, I have delayed instant gratification for years and years and years, you guys. I was like, I would see friends get Louis bags, friends get Chanel bags, friends get, you know, Maseratis, and I would say my time is going to come. That's not my priority right now. And in the midst, I've had an employee since I was 24 years old. Wow. You know, people don't know that, right? And it's like, we don't see what goes on the back end of things, you know? So when it comes to, hey, let's just say your goal is, I want to make 6 figures this year. Hey, are you willing to invest 10 grand? Because that's what the greats are doing, right? So 10 grand to make 6 figures, 100 grand to make $1 million. What is your willingness to do the work that's required to get to where you want to be?
Are y'all writing this down? Because this is tough. This is a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people. And it's true. And it's not just that it's true, it's so necessary. Like, to get to where you want to be, you have to make sacrifices. And we're all adults. What are we willing to do to get to that goal? And if I can touch or add on something real quick, a lot of my, if there's any students in here, just drop SSL in the chat. Y'all got to know. A lot of my students, all of my students, they hear me ask them when they first join, what is your big why, right? And what is your freedom number? Those are the two questions that they have to answer when they join, because that is what we're doing to get to that goal. Because what I offer is an implementation program. It's not just like a course. So we're workshopping through the entire time. So when I ask my students, what is your big why? And then what is your freedom number, which in other words is their monthly revenue goal? My team and I, we jot that down and we keep track. And we're holding them accountable. But here's the thing. So many times they come in and they say either, 10,000, oh, I'm shooting too low. I'm shooting too low. Or they'll come in hefty. Let's just say 200,000 a month, just an example. And I'll say, bet, I can help you get to that number. I don't care what your number is. I can help you get there. I don't care if it's more than I've ever made. I can help you get there. But when they see what it takes, sometimes they get like, wait, I gotta do that. I have to do this. I have to put forth this. Wait, hold on. That doesn't make sense. I'm like, well, you put on your big girl panties because we're here now. You signed up to have me help you get there. And this is what it's going to take. I'm going off of experience. I'm going off of, what I've helped other people do. And I come from, it's flipped, just like you. Like I come from the conference rooms. Like I know that what it takes. You think those big companies make billions because they put in $5 to $10 a day? No. I'm teaching you the blueprint. But in order to get one 30-second commercial on air with me just 5 years ago, it was a minimum of a $10,000 check. So that's why they see those leaps and bounds. So for us, I can help you get to where you want to be no matter what you're doing, but you have to be willing to sacrifice. And that instant gratification is key because we're so trained. A lot of us anyway, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I know, growing up, we're so trained to spend money on liabilities and not assets. And that's just that's not going to get us to where we want to be.
Ooh, Lorel, oh my good. And I know you've seen it firsthand. I know you've seen a company drop, a $25,000 ad spot and then they make, $500,000 off that one ad spot. I know you've seen things like that. But
Absolutely.
Here's my thing, someone asked on my Facebook, will you guys cover budgeting and how you work your way? You bootstrap, you guys. You continually flip, right, Lorel?
Yes.
You do what you can in the beginning, but if you find a correlation that you're staying stagnant the entire time, you really need to assess your mindset. I think how much is your program, Lorel?
Well, it's $3,000. But it's funny, right? I'm sorry. It's funny because somebody just said, what if you don't have the 10K? Tina, that was on TV. What we're talking about now is taking what you're making in your business and bootstrapping it. So whatever you generate, don't go out and buy that Louis bag right now. Don't buy that Chanel. Put that back into your business so that you can flip that and make even more. And that's the thing. Some people they get so excited and they go and they grab, or they say, I don't have that. Well, yeah, you're going to make that, but then you need to keep that to flip it again. So I just, I think it's definitely not, I know it's all mindset.
It's all mindset. Most of the time somebody has it. You've told yourself that you don't have it because you decided to buy 10 Fenty foundations, which could have equated to you getting your branding done or being in the social sales lab. Let's just keep it a buck, you guys.
Oh my God. Okay. This is just, and then, so I know we're kind of getting deep into it, guys. We may have to do a whole nother part 2 with Meagan separately because this is life-changing and a lot of y'all may be feeling uncomfortable with this right now, but it's what's necessary. You have to make sacrifice. You have to get uncomfortable because if you stay comfortable, what's going to change? So bootstrapping is a part of it. I mean, I know I work with some leaders in the industry now, and we're working on a special program for investing, right? So shout out to Arian Simone, Keisha Knight Pulliam, and all that. We've got a special program launching next month, and it's all about women of color getting the venture capital that they deserve, right? But in the beginning, there is an eligibility factor. You've got to be making at least 6 figures a year. But in the beginning, you do have to bootstrap. So you have to get uncomfortable. You have to go through your expenses and see what can get cut out. Because guess what? You probably do have enough to pay Meagan for a one-on-one or for Meagan's program or one of her offers. What are your offers? Start at like
like Laurel, like we'll make this easy for them today. If you guys go to Laurel's page, you guys see her Instagram highlights. Boom, who did them? Me. So I'm giving you guys $50 off for Instagram highlights today. $200. That's that first leap. Crazy. If you can't spend $200 with me for Instagram highlights, I don't know how you're going to spend $10K on branding.
No.
Okay.
This is insane. And
so $200 opt in. Laurel's, the team is going to send out the link, but this is that first move. This is that first chess play to get in the hang of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And guys, I mean, I've been ready to drop a band, like a whole band to work with Meagan. Her capacity is like at the brim. So I'm like, put me on the wait list, girl, because I need whatever you got, 10K, 20, what were you doing? Because I need a whole. But for you all who are on here, maybe you're not quite there yet. Those highlights have changed my entire Instagram. Seriously. I know it sounds like simple, but not only is she so fast, they're so beautiful, but they're so versatile. So we've used them for Pinterest, for emails. We've repurposed them for graphics on websites. We haven't even yet posted them on our Instagram feed, but those are coming. Like, this is your branding just getting started. So please check the link in bio. And if you want some beautifully made by the great to Meagan the Great highlights, go and check them out because she's giving $50 off and I didn't even get $50 off. So how about that?
I love it.
Wow. Okay. So they're already like, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. So guys, yes, just go click the link in bio and you'll be able to unlock her special deal. You'll also get the email that will have the replay of this and you're going to get to enter the giveaway. So one lucky winner will win a set of these highlights. Is that correct, Meagan?
Yes, that is correct.
Amazing. Somebody put my name on the list because yes, I'm loving it. Okay. So any final words? Because this was beyond. I can't even explain how I feel.
Part 2 is in the near future.
Okay.
You know, when it comes to being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, again, kind of going back to, hey, the personal brand is the bread and butter, you know. Don't get attached to your services, right? Love it, trust it, appreciate it for what it is now, but know that's going to transform, right? Like, I don't see myself being 55 years old doing Instagram highlights, right? Like, look, that's just keeping it very transparent, you know, like I see myself being a global women's entrepreneurial activist, you know, not just doing Instagram highlights, but I need to foresee that as the vision for my life and my brand. Yeah. And I want the same for you all and whatever is in alignment with your purpose. Okay. And don't be afraid to invest in yourself because, you know, I would have never foreseen, you know, this year I became a part of the 1% in revenue. You know, I'm a little Black girl from Detroit, you know, a single mother household, right? But I've invested. I put the Louis bags, you know, I said, hey, one day it's going to happen for me. And this year it finally happened. And I said, you know, this is what wealth feels like because I've sacrificed and I've invested and reinvested in my business.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So guys, go grab those highlights. But how else can they get closer to you? How else can they work with you? Like, just some final, how can we get in Meagan's world basically on that roster?
Yeah, so January I'm launching the influencership, which if you're more so interested in like personal branding and building a brand online, which is still very lucrative. Don't get me wrong, like Nike paid me a whole salary for a campaign. But if you're interested in that realm, I'll be launching that in January. And if you need broader insight, you want to see how I live my life and my business, then I would recommend my mentorship program, which is the Mentorship Mastermind, which restarts in January too. So we're ready. 2021, we need all the smoke, Laurel.
Yes.
Let's build these businesses. Let's impact. And look, this is what I say. Kind women are winning.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, period.
Period. I love it. So many amazing gems have been dropped here, y'all. I'm definitely going to watch the replay just because I need a note next time. I know, Pat. But if you want the replay to this and all of the other days in this Christmas campaign, please make sure you sign up. Link in bio. Money Realtor said, I need the mentorship. Yes, Ariel, we all do. We in
Period.
it. So, thank you so much, Meagan.
I
This
love you
is
so much, Laurel. Like,
you have no idea.
soul sister at heart, soul sister for life.
Yes. All right, guys. Well, go grab those highlights before I don't know how many are left, but let's go get on that. And then yeah, we'll see you on the other side.
Yes. Bye, you guys.
Thank you.